Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a makeup look and getting ready and chit-chatting. I'm not really going nowhere because it's snowing outside. Yes, I'm caught in the storm. I am in Texas. So I won't be going anywhere, but I decided that today was going to be content day and we needed to catch up because my life is crazy. I mean, name a time that it isn't, it's always a little chaotic. And I feel like the person who be really trying to stay out the way goes through the most stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and do some makeup and get up to date. Okay, before I get started, I just want to let y'all know this is a channel where we do makeup and we talk. I don't know how many times I have to go over this, but every so often we get a new batch of followers and they seem to be annoyed that I talk through most of the videos, although the titles include what we're going to be discussing. And there's a timestamp before you press the video that lets you know it's going to be a lengthy video. But, hey, here we are having to discuss that. I'm not going to separate the videos. We're going to do talking videos. If that isn't your type of video, please don't leave no comment, girl, because we don't care. Move on. All right. But yeah, there's that. Always got to put out like a little bit of a disclaimer before I get started every so often in videos, so that's the disclaimer, okay? First things first, your girl is back in school. I started, what was it, last week? Yeah, I started last week, and I'm taking biology and English this semester. Well, this first 8 weeks, and then I have to take, I think, history and math next 8 weeks, something like that. Anyway, I don't know what made me sign up for biology. Like, I know it's a required course, in any degree, which doesn't make sense to me. I feel like biology should only be required for people who are going into a medical field or something like that. Because if I'm going to be a psychologist, what the hell do I need to know biology for? Like, I could see anatomy because you do have to know, like, whether it's a girl, it's a boy, if they're trans, da 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 da. But it's kind of like, do I really need to know about plasma? No. Either way, it's whooping my ass right now because yeah, your girl is not used to having to do this. I think I had like came up with some type of excuse where I'd have to complete biology in school. I hate biology. I always hated biology. What is going on? I like science, period, because it's just dumb to me. I don't know. So, I actually should probably be studying right now. I've been using Quizlet to like make my flashcards and study. Probably should be studying right now, but I needed to take a break because, girl, when I say we have, I think like 3 to 4 chapters we have to memorize, and our exam is Friday. I have been in nothing but the books, honey. So that's partly why I've been gone for so long. I know stuff always going on with me, but that's partly why I've been gone, okay? What else has been going on? Girl, I wound up getting hit again in the BMW. Like, it is just time to get rid of that car. Like, I haven't had it for long, but baby, it's time to get rid of it. Because I'm like, it's a damn magnet for freaking accidents. This time was not my fault either. Coming home from seeing my thug boo, which we'll get into him in a minute because he has been completely cut off, girl. I'm tired. I don't understand how y'all deal with emotionally dumb men all day. Like, it is so draining. I did it for as long as I could because the D was good. But yeah, honey bunny, I'm tired. Anyway, got hit in the BMW, wound up having to go on a high speed chase, girl. Because the person that did it tried to run. Did I lose my mind a little bit? Yes. Have we had a lot of manic episodes lately? Yes, we have. Okay, but we are working through it. My therapist has found a full-time job, so our little weekly sessions have been pushed back. He can only see me once a month. So I'm trying to look for another therapist, but girl, having to re-traumatize somebody with my life would just be super unfair to them and myself because we've gone through a lot these last couple years, bro. We've gone through a lot. So yeah, had to deal with that, and then like I said, I got hit in the BMW probably like a couple of days before I had to start school. So girl, my life has just been all over the map. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to Little Hood Man, okay? I'm gonna be using some of this to, dry my skin out. Look, if y'all wanna know what I be using, just ask me, girl, and ask me quickly, because I might forget. Don't ask me 3, 4 minutes later, because, girl, I don't know. I forgot. Um, But y'all know Lil Hood Man. We started talking. Everything was okay. It was a different experience for me. I really enjoyed how attentive he was to me. But y'all know, give it a couple weeks, and then you'll start to see how crazy somebody is. It started out like just us talking about, I don't know, like politics and the stuff that's going on in the world. And to hear like his stance on it was just very dumb. Like even the stance on like Meg, you know what I'm saying? And her trauma with Tori. Then he was like, well, I mean, I just don't think he shot her. I just don't think he shot her. So I'm like, okay, but what he did was wrong. No, because he making fire music. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of that. But again, I knew what this was for me. Now, what this was for him was something completely different. But for me, it was just, I needed to get broke off in a way that I had not been broke off in 6 years. Okay. And I knew that he was capable of doing that. Okay. Because sometimes you could see the imprint in some gray sweats. And so I knew what he was capable of doing. Okay. And after the first time, baby, he took me through there. He gave me what I needed. So for me, it was just going to be like a release every once in a while. And I was good with that. And he was like, you don't want to go out? Like, you don't ever, no, because I think you're dumb. I think that me and you are on two different wavelengths intellectually, and this will never work. But in his mind, he really wanted to be with me. And I kept telling him from the beginning, like, listen, I just got out of a situation. I'm not trying to be with nobody right now. We can still fool around. I don't mind that. I'm not asking you to take me out on no dates. Like, I'm just kind of getting my rocks off and I'm ready to go home. That just was not for him. So we had like a nice little whirlwind where we spent a lot of time together. And after spending that amount of time together, I think it might have been like Thanksgiving week or whatever, I had to go back to regular life of working. And, I didn't really talk to him as much. So then the first red flag was he called my phone and I was, watching TV with the kids, so I didn't answer the phone. And so I sent it to voicemail and he called right back. So I sent it to voicemail again because, again, sir, I'll call you when I'm available. He follows up with a text message that says, what did that text message says? Like, what the fuck is going on? Who are you talking to? So then he follows up and he apologizes. He's like, I'm sorry. I just, I really wanted to talk to you. So I'm like, okay, you're getting a little bit too attached. It's, we haven't been doing this long, but you're getting too attached. Okay. Then we continuously have arguments because he's so stupid. Like it's no easy way to put that. The man was just dumb. So I think like we would argue about dumb stuff. Like, okay, he loves to talk at the same time as you. And that's a pet peeve of mine because give me a second. If you ask me a question, allow me to answer the question. Do not cut me off. And so he would cut me off. And so again, I told y'all because at a place where I go to therapy all the time, I be trying to use my therapy skills in real life. So I told him, I said, hey, listen, I need you to open up your heart, open up your ears, and really listen to what I'm saying to you. Girl, that set him off. Because he said, you're talking to me like I'm a child. Well, love, you're kind of acting as if you're a kid right now, okay? Like you're not able to communicate effectively unless I say this to you. And then he said, it's your tone. It's your tone. It's the tone you're using with me. Like I'm a motherfucking kid. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and de-escalate and I'm gonna walk away. All right. Then we will go out to restaurants. And in the restaurants, he will be pronouncing things incorrectly. Like, my biggest pet peeve is irregardless. Irregardless is not a word. I hate when black people use that shit. So I would tell him the word is regardless. Not irregardless, it's just regardless. Okay. So I'm trying to help you because you said that you trying to level up, you trying to be in different rooms. I'm trying to help you get into those rooms and not look dumb. So then he told me, oh, what else he told me? Oh, salmon. It's salmon. It's salmon. You gonna try to correct me and I'm used to eating at restaurants like this? Are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm not above reproach. I'm not above being corrected. But sir, the word is salmon. It's not salmon. It's salmon. No, it's salmon. It's salmon. You ever you ever argue with somebody but they so dumb it just make it not worth arguing no more? Like, cause it's just draining. Cause you just be like, you're just stupid. I hate to say it like that, but you just dumb. And so it's no point in us even going back and forth. That's the type of situation I was in with him. I hate to say it like this because honestly, I don't feel like I'm better than nobody. I really don't. But in this situation, have you ever just been around somebody and been like, I might be a little smarter than you, or a lot. I might be a lot smarter than you. And the fact that you're in your 40s and you don't know this, that's a little scary to me. I'm sorry. I'm not judging nobody because I understand everybody's background is a little different, right? But to me, priorities are so important. Sir, you sitting over here talking about, oh my gosh. Then it gave me a flashback, y'all. That gave me a flashback. The boy got super excited about me driving. Y'all know I have two vehicles. About me driving a BMW. And my BMW isn't even an M series. It's not even an M series. You know, the M series, deaf the hell out. It's not even an M series. And he got so excited and so fanned out. The boy lost his damn mind. He asked me because in his apartment complex, you know, visitors have to park in a certain area. And so it was late one night and I was like, I don't feel like going down and move it. If I go down and move it, I'm just leave because I'm tired. And he was like, well, I could move it for you. Excuse me? The same man who does not have insurance on his Cadillac? And that's why the Cadillac is not fixed right now. You have a, what did he say? It was a 2010 Cadillac CTS? And you got into an accident and it was the other person's fault? And you didn't have insurance of your own and they took off on you and you weren't able to get the car fixed to this day? You think I'm gonna let you drive my car? What type of woman you take me for? You think I would let you touch any of my vehicles, the Nissan or this one, baby? It's not that. The fact that he asked me to drive it was just like such a big turnoff because, boy, are you okay? You've lost your damn mind. I'm not one of those women that you're gonna be driving my car while I'm at work. You know where you can go test drive a car? At the BMW dealership. But they're gonna require that you have insurance and a valid license, which I don't think that you have either. So that was an argument. Then he sits on the passenger side of the car and he's like, damn, this is nice. Even the Nissan. Oh, this is real nice. You got some nice cars. You got some nice. Okay, so now you're becoming a fan. Now you're becoming a fan. So he has like a very old Lexus. And when I say very old, to the point that the seats are tore up. So I was asking him, I said, okay, remember when we first started talking, you said you had two cars. You said the Cadillac was in the shop, but the whole time it's not actually in the shop. It's at your father's house to be fixed. But the father cannot fix the car because you don't have enough money for the parts. Mind you, it's a 2010. So I asked him, I said, hey, at this point, would it be like smarter for you to just purchase a new car instead of buying parts to fix the old one, especially since your father is in a shop, so you don't know the total price to fix it. And then with it being a 2010 with over 200,000 miles on it, it's probably not going to run that long. So let's say that the car is maybe worth $7,000. You go and put 8K into repairs into it. That don't make a lot of sense. He's like, yeah, but the car paid off. I understand the car is paid off, but it's over 200,000 miles. Like the vehicle probably ain't gonna run too much longer. I don't know how many miles Cadillacs run up into, but 200,000 miles on any type of car. But you got a couple more coming. So it might be time for you to go ahead and start over. You know, just saying. So the Lexus is also on its last leg. right? And so I asked him, I said, well, how long have you had these cars? Because both of them, it's over like 200,000 miles. So how long have you had them, you know? And he was like, oh, I just bought the Lexus. And I'm like, what you mean you just bought the Lexus? He's like, when I crashed my Cadillac, I was like, oh, I need a new car. And I was like, oh, I want a luxury car. So I bought it from this dude, but he didn't give me the plates and the registration. So I'm still trying to deal with that. Excuse me? Excuse, sir, I thought you had money. Now, I will say that the boy ain't never made me pay for anything, okay? I never paid for anything out of pocket. Like, he never made it seem like stuff was super expensive. Like, he just took care of it. So that's one thing I don't know. Again, priorities here, right? I'm going to think, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to give me a Nissan Kick, or I'm going to give me a Nissan. Well, they don't make Altimas no more. Did y'all know that? But I'm going to get me something affordable, just to get me from point A to point B. I'm not going to go out here and get a luxury car just because it's the name Lexus and has over 200,000 miles on it. Knowing I'm going to have to put more work into it. And that's what happened. The car wound up, you know, messing up, and he had to put more work into the car. And you're putting all this work into the car, and it's not even worth that amount in the end, you know? So it's like, yeah, the car is paid off, but you could have got you something. If you just wanted a car that was paid off so you didn't have to deal with a payment, then you should have got something a little bit more maintainable. Okay? Because that's not gonna be, that's not gonna sustain you for long, right? So then he's like, well, I'm gonna look into buying a BMW too, since you always talking about how much you love it. Like, I love BMWs now. Like, probably going forward, I will be a BMW girl because I love them. Like, I love the way they drive or whatever. So he's like, since you always say that, then I'm gonna just go ahead and buy a BMW. Where are you gonna get the BMW from? I said, you're gonna get one off the lot. To me, in my personal opinion, I do not feel like luxury cars should be purchased from buy here, pay here lots. Okay, sorry, y'all probably gonna eat me up behind that. Now, if you looked up and you found a gym that works for you, it works for you. But in my opinion, I don't feel like you should be buying those from buy here, pay here lots. I think that you should be buying those at a dealership, a reputable dealership, so that way you can get the warranty plans and make sure that they will stand by the vehicle. I think that's the issue with a lot of us, especially, is that we just want the brand and we don't really look into it. And so when your car breaks down, you be upset, but you bought that from Enterprise or you bought that from CarMax, and they won't stand by the warranty because the warranty is voided. Okay, so I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I think that you should go to the actual dealer, a reputable dealer. It doesn't have to be BMW, but a reputable dealer, in order to buy the car, right? And then I always say, like, I wouldn't purchase a luxury car that was probably more than maybe 1 to 2 years old. For me, and low mileage. That's just me. That's my personal thought on that. But whatever. So I'm trying to like tell him, I'm like, hey, if you know you don't have the funds, because you have to think about it. Like, yes, it is a part of having that car is the payment, the car payment, but people don't also think about the maintenance on a car. You have to listen, girl. I got a flat a couple weeks ago. That's why I say, me and this car, we might have to part. Maybe that's why the first person parted with the car, because it's freaking cursed. I don't know. Anyway, we might have to part because I'm like, girl, you be taking me through a lot, okay? But I went out to Omni Frisco and I had got a flat tire. And I did not realize that them tires, because they're run flats. I got Pirelli run flats on that car. And I was like, oh, okay, that's amazing. I'm thinking probably like 200 tires, something like that. That's how much I pay on Nissan. Girl, no. $500 a tire. So I wound up having to spend $1,000 for 2 tires because the back tires needed to be replaced. As a matter of fact, I need to go back and get the other ones. The guy said I probably have until April or May before those need to be replaced, since I don't drive a car every day. But again, you don't have to just think about the car payment of a luxury car. You also have to understand, like, are you able to maintain the maintenance on that car? Yes, the maintenance will be covered. Like right now, my oil changes, I haven't had to pay for oil change yet. The oil changes and stuff like that will be covered under the warranty, but eventually that warranty is going to expire, right? And so after that, you have to think to yourself, are you able to keep up with that, right? I don't know how much the oil changes is on my car. I know BMW has a plan for oil changes, so I will be looking into that. But I know it's gonna be more expensive than a Nissan. This was all this. I calculated this before I purchased the car, right? You're thinking I'm just wanting to buy for the name, and you're not thinking about everything else that goes into that. And that's where I'm trying to help you. And here he go again. Don't be talking to me like I'm no kid. I understand what I'm doing. Okay, well go ahead and buy one then. And then he's talking about a down payment. That's why I say like you're a little slow. Because I haven't put a down payment on my car in years. Simply because you don't need to. It's not gonna do nothing but knock off $50 to $100 per month. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna knock off a lot. You might as well just keep that in your pocket, stack it, and just pay the damn car note. Now, if you putting down $20,000, $40,000, now that's different. But if you putting $5,000, that's not going to make a difference, love. It's again, but you can't tell him nothing. You can't tell him I'm gonna get whatever I want to. Okay, sir. And so that led to an argument too. Like it was so draining dealing with a man who is so damn slow. But the sex was amazing. The sex was amazing. And so for me, I knew I never wanted to be with him. Like I never wanted to be with him outside of just sex. Like, and I feel like people in that situation, them little hood boogers like that, they be knowing they don't have nothing else to offer but sex. They be knowing it. They be knowing it. And so we would have these arguments, and then, I be needing a break because, baby, listen, I'm too damn smart for this shit. And he would think in his mind, like, oh, you're not going nowhere because you just like me. No, I'm the type of person, like, I'm gonna deal with you until I don't want to deal with you no more. Like, that's just the type of person I am. I know my limits, and I don't have a problem like letting go. I told you I have detachment issues, so it's not the fact that I don't want to let you go. It's because I'm getting something out of this right now. That's the only reason why you're still here, because I'm getting something out of it. But once I get done with you, oh, I'm gonna let you go. And that's exactly what happened. Like he just got a little bit too cocky and thinking, oh, I'm playing. No, I'm not playing. And you feeling like, oh, you just dicking me down so good that I'm not going nowhere. Possibly if everything else aligned, I'd probably been like, nah, I'm not going nowhere. But I mean, you got financial issues, not with me per se, but just like you make bad decisions. And I don't want to be a part of somebody making bad decisions. And then he would be like, he really started to fall for me. And this is where I don't know. I told you I've been through a lot of shit. So I started to like really think. So he really started to fall for me. And he would be like, I could see us living the rest of my life with you or something like that. I could see us being married. And this man took my hands like this and was like, this is how I'm going to say my vows. Excuse me? I already told you 10 times from Sunday, I don't want to be with you. I'm not playing with you. I never lied to you. I don't want to be with you. But in his mind, he felt like he could change my opinion about him and wanting to be together. And he's like, oh, we just gonna get married and let me come to your house. You're never coming to my house. Never. You're never in a trillion years coming to my house. And then he was like, why you only want to see me at nighttime? Because you only have one thing that I want. And I keep telling you that. I don't want to be with you. Like, I don't. And he'd be like, you just saying that because the last person hurt you. No, I'm saying that because you're not the type of man that I would like to be with. Like when I think about it, when I sit down, and he said this really hurt his feelings, but I mean it's true. When I sit down and I think about it, and I'll be like, in 5 years, could I see myself dealing with this dumbness? And this man will be 45. Could I really see myself dealing with this dumbness and he's 45? No. The answer is no. So this is just a temporary thing. And I just kept asking him, like, listen, just be my friend, sleep with me, when I need to get broke off, but let's just be friends. Let's not do anything extra. And he just could not get past that. And at a certain point, I started to feel very bad. And then I started to feel like really bad because I could tell that he really liked me. And what made me stop was in talking to him, he said, I know you like me too because you keep coming back. And then a light bulb went off because I had been talking to another guy. And in talking to another guy, this guy, oh my gosh, made a lot of money. Like, but he would tell on himself, like, all the time. And he would tell me, men don't go back to the same woman because they're in love or they really like this person, they go back because it's so easy. And so hearing hood boogers say, "Oh, you keep coming back to me. That's how I know you like me." It just clicked, like, I'm not coming back to you because I like you. Keep coming back to you because it's so easy, right? And you're not making it difficult for me. Like, if I tell you today I don't want to be with you, and then I come back in an hour or two and be like, I'm headed over there to give me some, you're always open, right? You never tell me no. So therefore, access to you is super easy, right? And in that moment, I was like, I don't want to treat somebody like that who don't deserve to be treated like that. And I can honestly say that he is a nice guy. He's just stupid. And you need to find someone who is able to deal with your stupidness. I personally cannot, right? You need to find somebody on your level, right? Like, that's just it is what it is, right? So I couldn't in good faith continue to talk to him knowing that if I found something better, I wasn't gonna chunk deuces, right? But again, talking to old boy, he drove like this nice ass, I think it was a Ferrari or something like that, nice ass Ferrari. We went out to eat and he wound up cutting me off because he said that I wasn't emotionally available to him. And the thing is, he's used to women fanning out on him because he makes a certain amount. But it's hard to fan out on you when I'm also making that same amount. You feel what I'm saying? So you need to find somebody that's a little bit more compatible with you. And I think that now it's all starting to make sense, right? I was talking to my homeboy, and my homeboy was like, he's used to people or women fanning out on him because he makes, this amount. And you're used to men fanning out on you. So it was never going to work because you felt like you didn't need to do the work because you used to men just kind of fawning over you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's based on looks or it's based on the way that you carry yourself, you're used to men doing that. He's used to women doing the same. So it's an ego thing between the both of y'all. When we went out to eat, he was saying, "Oh, I want a woman who wakes up every day and chooses me." And I'm like, "Okay, I mean that's cool. But what about her having her own career?" And he's like, "I really don't want my woman to have no career because I want her to just be able to be, waiting on me hand and foot. If I have a long day and I get home, I don't want to have to deal with her also having to have a long day as well. Like, I just want her to have a smooth day. That way she can deal with my chaos. So you don't want her to be successful." Even when our last conversation, he was saying that he wanted, like, we're talking about future dating people that are beneath him. And I'm like, I just don't understand that. It's a lot of women that are millionaires. Why not date a fellow millionaire? And he's like, because she would be just as busy as him, and I don't want that. Like, I don't. So again, just kind of telling on himself that he didn't want a woman that was going to be just as successful. He also let me know that when a man hits a certain amount, let's say mid six figures, we just gonna throw out mid six figures, okay? When they hit a certain amount, whatever a high number is to you, that's what you think about, okay? So if 80,000 is high to you, just say 80,000. If 200,000 is high to you, let's just say 200,000. When a man hits that amount, he begins to be a predator, right? So he'll begin to find women who aren't used to seeing that amount, right? Or who aren't used to being around men that make that much. You want to know why? Because he's going to be able to take advantage of her. Meaning, like, is this the right one? I don't want to use that one. I don't know which one I want to use. I think I'll use this one. But he's like, I know that if I date a woman, let's say I make 150,000, she only makes 60,000. I know that 150,000 isn't going to be a lot of money to a woman that's making 120, 130, right? Because it's within her reach. Versus a woman that's making 60 or 70,000. To her, that's going to be a lot, which means that she's going to allow me as a man to get away with a lot more than she would allow a man that's only making 70,000. She's going to allow me to get away with a lot more because she doesn't know when she's going to run into another man that makes this type of money. So therefore, she's going to allow me to cheat She's gonna allow me to talk to her crazy. Hell, she might even allow me to put my hands on her because she is not used to dealing with someone, or the odds are not in her favor of her finding a man who will make this amount again. And when he said that, that put so much into perspective for me as to why women allow so much. Even down to the last situation, we're not going to bring it back up, but it made sense as to why I was being stalked the way that I was being stalked, because you aren't used to dealing with men who make that amount. So when you're not used to dealing with the men who make that amount, you feel like that is your cash cow and you're going to do whatever it takes to keep that person. Whatever it takes. Whereas me, baby, we in the same neck of the woods. That ain't no money to me. Hell, I'm trying to figure out how the hell we get more. So therefore I'm not willing to deal with your BS, your cheating, or you hitting on me, because I know what I'm able to do on my own, right? I could walk away today and be straight versus a woman who is not used to being in those type of rooms. Oh, hell no. She gonna hold on with everything she got because she don't know the next time that she's gonna come across a man like that. And when he said, I said, my God, today, that's some crazy stuff. But men are actually predators. They're predators. And with like the age gap thing, we were talking about that, and he was saying like, yeah, for me personally, I want to deal with somebody, because he was 35 or 36. He's like, I would prefer, like, if I had my preference, I had my way, I would like to deal with a woman who is what do you say, about 25, right? He's like 25 is like the sweet spot. A woman she's not in her 30s, which means that she doesn't really have a good head on her shoulders yet. She's more susceptible to listening to what I have to say versus a woman that is in their 30s. A woman in their 30s, she done been through some things. She got her own thing. She's pretty much set in her ways. I can't really tell her what to do if she not going to really listen to me as much as I want her to, versus the woman that's 25, right? The woman that's 25, I kind of got your head. And he was like, as a man, he's like, and me and my friends, we all do it. We try to date probably 8 to 10 years younger than us. And anything below that is cool too. But, for older, like let's say older, okay? I'm not talking about, oh my goodness, like they, teenager, whatever. He's like, we try to do 8 to 10 years younger because they're going to be more susceptible to listening. And boy, when I tell you that crap puts so much into perspective, even in my own situation, because y'all know I used to be like, oh, I'm dating older. My last one was 16 years older than me. That's crazy. That's so much of a difference. And guess when we got together? Right when I was like 25, 26. I said, boy. And then when the stuff start falling apart, when your girl was in her 30s, I said that tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that I sit back and I think about it, it tracks. It pays off to listen to them sometimes because they're a little slow and they're going to tell you everything. Again, you're telling a woman that you're trying to court this. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and listen, and then you will absorb the game. You know what I'm saying? But I just couldn't believe that men really do this. I mean, it's sad, but it happens, and that's what he was saying. He was like, I think you were a little jaded from your last situation. And I'm like, well, duh. And he's like, I want a woman that's gonna give me 100%. I can't give you 100. I got 98 for you though. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I feel like I can't give somebody 100%, I cannot give you 100% because I know what it looks like to lose yourself. I know what that looks like. I've seen it on plenty of women. I know what that looks like, and I could never do that again. Besides, I feel like my love now has to be earned. It is not blindly given. No. You're telling me everything that you require of me, and nothing is coming back to where I be benefiting outside of benefiting financially. And everything that you're saying that you're doing, every place that you said that you've been, I've already done that. So what's next? What's next? When a man tells you who he is, girl, listen. Okay? Listen the first time. Sometimes you try to not listen because you be like, oh, he wouldn't do me like that. Girl, he's going to do you the exact same way. Listen. All right. And don't ever, ever, if you have a career, hell, if you don't have a career, don't you ever lose yourself. Don't you give up your career for no damn man. It's not worth it, girl. It ain't worth it. All right. Continue to live for you. You'll be so much happier. I'm telling y'all, can't nothing shake you. Well, I mean, it might be able to shake you a little bit, but you're going to bounce back, all right? Continue to do everything that makes you happy, because this is what makes you happy. Don't be living for no man. Don't live for nobody, okay? Not your mama, not your sister, your cousin. Nobody. Live for yourself, all right? Okay, let's blend this all out. I'm gonna do my lashes, I'm gonna do my lips, and then we're gonna be done, girl, because I'm tired and I need to get back to studying. But hopefully that was a good enough update on what's been happening in my life. If y'all got questions, y'all know, just drop them below, girl. I'm pretty sure my life is gonna stay chaotic, and if I don't pass this exam, girl, I may not be back. I may not be back. I'm trying to think, because I'm like, I really don't want to be a quitter and give up, but girl, this class, it's a lot, and it's just biology. Like, the only thing I don't like about English is the fact that this time my professor wants us to do like the little group discussions. That's what's pissing me off. But other than that, I mean, it's fine. It's just biology is whooping my ass right now. Okay, let's do this lip so I can be done, girl. So I'm tired and I really gotta go back to studying. I just took a little break because I love y'all. And I ain't seen y'all in a minute. I hope y'all doing okay. I hope y'all had a really wonderful New Year's and Christmas, because I feel like I ain't talked to y'all since Christmas. I don't know. But I hope y'all had a very happy holidays, y'all. I'm gonna use Petal Press by Elf. Let's use that one and see what happens. Because I know that this lip don't need to be too much today, since the eye is kind of, doing everything. Alright, beautiful people, so here we are. This is the finished look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, but only if you want to be here, girl. I am a certified yapper. We gon' talk. It's the only way I can do these makeup videos, okay? Because then when I don't talk, y'all be upset about that. What more do you want from me in my Tyrese voice, okay? Anyway, this look I think came out super sultry. The difference between this one and the last one that I did, because I think the last one I did was a little bit too much, I did use the Thread Beauty to kind of set that powder. I'm starting to use this a lot more to set my powders and kind of make them, I don't know, just really blend. Because if you guys notice, maybe like a couple clips before, the blush was a little much. It was a little bit too high, but now it's looking amazing. Okay, it blended in just right, simply because I used that to kind of melt all the powders together. And then you guys know I use, where is it? It's this one, I think. This right here, the L'Oreal Infallible, this will help keep it on for 24 hours and then make it transfer proof. If you guys do not have these in your arsenal, also put these in your arsenal as well. I think I have them linked in my Amazon storefront. If you are an oily skin girl, this is going to save you throughout the day, okay? You use these. They're like little papers or whatever. You use them and take one out and then dab the oil. I love them. They are absolutely amazing. Okay. Other than that, my mind is gone with platelets and plasma and circulatory system and pulmonary arteries and veins. And my mind is completely gone right now. So I don't have a lot to say, but I do want to tell you guys to choose yourself in every single lifetime. Every single one. Always choose you. If it comes down to you and a different person, choose you. Happiness will look so good on you, okay? And yeah, that is it. I gotta go, but I love you guys and I will see you guys next time.